Well, third night in a row that we've been attacked out at our chicken coop. So hey, let's walk out to the chicken coop and see what's going on. I'll show you what's kind of going on and I guess what we're gonna have to do to fix it. Good morning, ladies. Excuse me. Something has been breaking into my chicken coop. Breaking and eating all my eggs right here. Right there. We know where it's coming in. Coming in down in this hole right here. And it's digging under. We had a trap there. We're going to reinstall the trap tonight. And we're going to hope to catch whatever's coming in here. I think it's a skunk. So, sorry ladies, but we'll fix this. Guess we're going to have to do a little fighting with this egg stealer. Enemy number one, egg stealer. Look at these tomatoes, people. Everybody watch us spoon our onions. And this is what you get when you do really good spooning. Look at the size of the onions coming out already. We're getting almost close, a little smaller than, I'd say, not even a, maybe a baseball close. They're all over in here too. That's what happens when you really spoon them right. Everybody keep watching and we'll show you how these onions just take off and burst up. Remember how little these were? Look at some of the last videos, y'all. You can tell when you're doing right with your onions when their stalks start looking like this.
Okay, so I am trying to save us some room, Drew. So I don't want to have to plant in the field this year because, as you know, we don't make no money at the market. So we need to consolidate and move everything down here in the smaller area. If we sowed a multitude of stuff, then of course we would use the field, but we don't. So I want to go over what we're going to be doing in the next few days. First off, we have our jalapenos. Killed the very first set of these, and this is my second set, and I actually have a trick that I learned, and I will teach you that if it works the second time I do it. But so far, it was an awesome trick. We're going to transplant these and make sure that there's one in each one. We're going to use these, but we're going to put one in each one. That'll save us some room, keep us from having to move stuff around too much. And these have a long way to go, but I'm hoping for a fall harvest on them, and they shall be great. These are our snaps. These are the ones that made it. We're going to do the same thing with them. We're going to take them each out and put them each individually into a cell so that they can get some growth on them. And they've got a ways to go as well. I also have a few more of these, actually about a half a tray of these that are just full. So in the end, it's probably going to be about a couple hundred rocket snaps. So hey, I'm excited about what we can get. And these are some coleus. No, wait. These are celosia. This is just a variety. I have a whole bunch of other varieties to go in, and I've got to get those in the ground. These are actually going to go in the ground. I'm not going to separate these out. I'm going to put them in as they are. I may not. I may put them into these and get them a little bit bigger because the other ones are bigger than these. So we'll see.
What kind of plants are these?
This table is all going in. Hopefully today or within the next day or two, regardless if we get them all in today or not. This is Cosmos. We do have one marigold, but that's okay on this marigold because even though you just see this one, I already have a whole flat of those in the ground. These are our Procus. These are babies, but believe it or not, these are babies. They are huge, but they are only not even 2 weeks old. These are our melons. We were going to put them in the field with the watermelon, but we only have a few watermelon. We're just doing the watermelon for us, and the cantaloupe we will sell some of the cantaloupe because we have a tremendous amount, but they are for my microgreens and for the homestead. There's a lot of them. So, but this morning walking around, I found a perfect spot for them, and so they'll be going in down here too. That means we don't have to have extra sprinklers. We don't have to have, I think we'd end up probably needing 2 sprinklers up there in the field. That means that we won't have to have those. We won't have to have a new timer. Everything's going to be down here, and there's already a sprinkler set up over there. If I do need an extra one, it won't be 2 extra ones. So in the end, it's going to save us time, money, and effort. If you're running a farm, you will never make enough money to pay you back for all your manual labor. You just got to get paid back some for the seeds and the supplies. That's just how I look at it nowadays. I think this is a volunteer squash plant right in the midst of my flowers. This morning I have several things on my plate, nothing extraordinarily hard. Actually going to be a very enjoyable day. I've got some basil I'm going to plant and got some things I'm going to do up at my daughter's house because she just had a baby. Well, she didn't just have a baby, but she had him about 8 months ago, and I want to put her in a nice little yard. So we're going to be doing that today for sure. But right now I'm going to start with, because it's early in the morning, they're not up yet. So I'm going to start with some cucumbers going into the ground here on the farm and some squash so we can have more. So this is one of our succession plantings. We have numerous all the way up through maybe around June. I'll put some cucumbers in depending on the weather. If it gets too hot here in July, you don't want to put cucumbers in or anything because you can put them in, it's not going to hurt them, and they'll survive, but they'll spend all their energy and they won't produce anything. So, and if they do, it'll be very little. So it's kind of not worth it. Well, let's get started.
Okay, what we gotta go do, what we have to go do, yeah, everybody, is I gotta go over there and till that stuff real quick before Miss Holly has to go over there and plant. So I better get my butt up. I'm so comfortable right now. So let's get our what? Let's go get our tiller. Let's run it down there and let's watch all the chickens attack us because they want some worms this morning. Is it gonna be one pole? Let's find out. Taco! One pole, baby. Here is the spot Miss Holly wants it, next to the squash. We're gonna go ahead and till this up. It's already been tilled up once this year. You see how we do it? And it kind of breaks everything up and makes it a little bit easier.
Pickling. These are pickling. They're gonna go here where all these are missing.
We got step 1 done. Need you even ask what step 2 is? Let's go get our stuff.
Lemonade break. Fresh lemonade. Do a lot of squash. What we're gonna do with all this squash? We'll have to go sell it everywhere. These are probably too close together, but I have so much squash.
Let's go over the cucumbers. Cucumbers are really growing. They've taken off this last rain. Of course, you can see right over here, we got zucchini and all that coming on up. Everything looks good. Really trucking along. Of course, we've got cucumbers on the vine already. I'm sure we will be showing signs of that over in here too. But once you see that, that means you're ready to go. You got a few weeks and you're gonna have cucumbers. We got our squash. which we've got squash on the vine. There's some right there, man, if you want to call it a vine. The squash looks good. We got a lot more set out here. It's a morning at the farm. Sunflower bed. Sunflower's looking really good. Real good. Quite a bit of stuff in here. Tons and tons of pro cuts. Now, of course, another squash we're not used to, we grew this year, I need to go ahead and pick them this morning, is patty pan. There's your patty pans we talked about. Got lots of them. We got a hodgepodge of stuff in this bed, so you can tell. You guys remember the last film, you've seen all this stuff. But bachelor button, I'm not sure what this is. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful zinnias. Hundreds and hundreds of zinnias coming. Be showing off some blooms up here, ladies. Gonna be looking really good. So ones up front, twice the size as these. That's a week's difference. You remember me probably putting these in, but they were really small. So looking good, looking good. End of April, everything's coming right out. If you watch our films, you're gonna see a difference in everything. Tomatoes are crazy, flowers are crazy, cucumbers are looking good. So hey, let's go out on the farm and take a look, y'all. And here we land at the super tomato plants. Look at the size of these. We're going on 3 foot now. We have tomatoes on every plant. They're absolutely gorgeous, beautiful looking. Just row after row. Look at this one, look at that tomato. Mr. and Mrs. Onions. It's the size of a baseball almost. Got them all the way down, y'all. I love to spoon them. We get some big, we're gonna have some really good sized onions. So here's the patch. You can already see the reds and the whites getting really big. Here is our hanging basket starting to really hang over the side.
I put marigolds right here. And of course, when I walked away to go see the baby, I came back and the chickens had already attacked. So Drew put this in to protect. But they're all right here. So the chicken is stalking my marigolds. And I'm trying to get in. There's one that was just one that was outside of the little fence that Drew put up. And of course, she's going right for it. So recap on what I've gotten accomplished this morning, which I'm kind of happy about, I will say. I got a whole bunch of the cucumbers put in. I think I did around 50 cucumbers. Got them filled into the empty spots of the cucumbers that we already have. Got the squash put in. I got a lot of those put in. I'm not sure. I think there was around 30 of those put in. Way too much squash for us. So I told Drew if we don't sell enough at the market or here at our market, we're going to have to go sit on the road and sell squash this year, which we've never done before, but hey, who knows? Maybe it'll be fun. I also got a lot of dill put in, and I put it in between these zucchinis over here, and then a little spot down here a little spot that's by itself. So I do have some dill just in case something happens with the zucchini plant of the dill and zucchini mixed. Who knows? I don't know if that'll work. Supposedly dill's really good for a deterrent. Up at my daughter's property, we're going to be putting in some grass seed, a sprinkler system, and some flowers, and also a little walkway with some flowers on both sides. Never done any type of landscape before, so we'll see how it goes. Hope this one works. That works as well. One of these flowers will work. Hope you enjoyed the film, and we'll see you next time here on the farm.
farm.